everyone. Welcome to my channel. This channel all about news and gossip celebrity in the world. Don't forget like and subscribe. Former Counting On star Jim Bob Duggar is proudly holding his 39th grandson. He typically shows up whenever a new baby is born. When and how did he meet the most recent individual? For more details, continue reading. Counting On star Jim Bob Duggar is famously hard to identify in public. His wife, Michelle Duggar, has been visiting frequently with their kids. Despite the fact that she is far more vocal than Jim Bob, the latter is nonetheless very much engaged with the news of the day. The sixth child was recently born to Jessa Duggar Seawald and her husband, Ben Seawald. Michelle was there the whole time, and based on Jessa's delivery vlog, she even assisted with the baby's birth. Jordan, Jessa's sister, was also there and was very important. It appears that the sixth grandchild just met his grandfather, Jim Bob. As initially revealed on the vlog, Jessa and Ben welcomed a boy into the world. Before the kids noticed them at the hospital, the gender is not disclosed. When they tell their kids what it is, the whole of the family will know. After the initial flurry died down, the camera finally panned to Jim Bob wearing a suit jacket and button-down shirt, holding his newest grandson. His face is beaming with happiness as he holds the newborn in his arms. Even though the grandfather adores his grandchildren unconditionally, Jim Bob Duggar is not seen very often. Prior to his shocking his daughter Jessa and her family that doesn't stay long. Counting On viewers were moved by his remarks and the image of him cradling his grandson. Jim Bob's cynicism kept things amusing, and they believed he had a terrific sense of humor. He requested Jessa to inform him the boy's weight after giving him his best guess. The image of Jim Bob Duggar cuddling his grandson moved many Counting On watchers. His involvement and presence in the baby's life were much valued. That was comforting to hear. That for the sake of Jessa Duggar Seawald, he was okay with going on camera. They quickly expressed their emotions in the comments area. Was he toothless from birth? Oh no. Jim Bob's use of sarcasm is flawless. Really, your dad always has the same appearance. Your mother is no different. You have amazing genes. Beautiful family members. While Ben gave a history lesson that was simply astounding. And your dad met his 39th grandchild, looking his best on Sundays. So beautiful. Supporters will be. If Jim Bob Duggar makes more appearances in clips, they will be able to keep up with him. It was much appreciated that he was there on such a significant occasion. The Duggar family is now at the top of the reality television business, thanks to the popularity of 19 Kids and Counting and its spin-off, Counting On. The Duggar family has generated a great deal of praise and criticism because of their large family, fervent Christian convictions, and often unusual way of living. Jim Bob Duggar, the patriarch of the family, made headlines recently for a heartwarming cause. For the first time, he held his 39th grandchild. Fans have noticed this milestone, which has inspired joy and reflection on the Duggar family's journey over the years. A solid love and religious connection inside the family. Following the birth of their 19th child, Josie, in 2008, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar made global headlines with the launch of 18 Kids and Counting, which later changed its name to 19 Kids and Counting. The Duggar was followed by the show family as they went about their everyday lives, focusing on their many children and their unwavering commitment to Christian values. As the family's prominence increased, so did their notoriety. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar are prime examples of the conservative parenting approach. Many people respected a humble, homeschooled, and restricted lifestyle. The children of the well-known family gained notoriety as symbols of traditional American values, often discussing their successes and struggles on social media and television. Jim Bob's emotional response to the birth of granddaughter number 39 was understandable given the Duggars' longtime emphasis on faith and family. Holding his 39th grandson in his arms represents the start of a new chapter in his family's history, as well as the ongoing expansion of his family tree. We have a new grandchild. The Duggar family is extremely proud of their 39th grandchild, which demonstrates how far they've come in influencing public perception of large families. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar are now devoted grandparents, anticipating the birth of their own grandchildren, after witnessing their children grow into adults. The legacy of Jim Bob and Michelle's children and grandchildren is what keeps people engaged, even if the size of their personal family initially drew notice. With the addition of additional grandchildren, the Duggar family tree becomes more complex, tying generations together and leaving a lasting legacy. For Jim Bob Duggar, being a grandfather has been an incredibly touching experience. Seeing his kids grow up and become parents has given him a lot of joy and fulfillment. Jim Bob is a father of 19 who has seen his kids grow up and start their own families. Each one upholds their own distinct set of values and lifestyles while dutifully carrying on the Duggar name. He and Michelle have worked so hard to build and nurture a family, and holding his 39th grandchild in his arms is a testament to that. Having grandchildren. The idea of having a 39th grandchild may sound unrealistic to many, but it is significant because it is uncommon to see a family grow to this size. Jim Bob Duggar's experience as a father and grandmother has given him a unique perspective on parenting, family, and the demands of having children in the spotlight. It's a time to celebrate and consider the love and sacrifice needed to create such a large family. As Jim Bob holds his 39th grandson, there are been challenges for the Duggar family along the way. Like any family, they have experienced their share of highs and lows over the years, including private conflicts and public scandal, especially one as well known and large as theirs. Through it all, Jim Bob and Michelle have remained loyal to their family, their beliefs, and themselves. Jim Bob has been able to uphold the moral and ethical values that he and Michelle created in his own children as a grandfather. Modesty, homeschooling, and the Duggars have always supported causes like a faith-centered lifestyle. The family history of preserving these values has been continued by each of Jim Bob's children into their own and their children's lives. Jim Bob is quite proud of his role as the patriarch. Furthermore, the 39th grandchild is more than just another family member. It is an extension of the Duggars' history and growing family tree. It makes sense to consider the family tree's growth as Jim Bob Duggar holds his 39th grandchild in his arms. Every new grandchild carries on the Duggar values that Jim Bob and Michelle instilled in their offspring. The Duggar family gets bigger with time, and that expansion strengthens their ties and sense of identity. A large number of the Duggar children are now married and have their own households. The size of the family has therefore only grown. Some of them have produced more children than their parents did. Josh, the oldest of the Duggar children, is one of those who has brought large families into the world, and some, like Jill and Jessa, have also fathered many children. With every new generation, the Duggar family's influence grows. The Duggar children and grandchildren are living examples of Jim, Bob, and Michelle's lasting legacy, even if they live in different places. How the public is captivated by the Duggar family. The Duggar family has long piqued the imagination of many individuals. My initial interest in the large family and their structured lifestyle has developed into a more profound interest in the values, relationships, and life experiences of the family. Through their books, social media profiles, and reality TV shows, the Duggar family has revealed personal details about their lives. They usually sought to emphasize their family-oriented lifestyle and Christian beliefs. Jim Bob Duggar's role as the Duggar family patriarch has made him a crucial component of the family's public persona. His decisions and actions have greatly influenced how the Duggar family was perceived by the general public. Feeling his 39th grandson's joy and affection in his arms is a potent representation of the family's steadfast faith and loyalty to one another despite several difficulties and scandals. It is obvious that the Duggar family's influence will last for a very long time, especially considering how quickly they have grown. Although the 39th grandchild of the Duggar family may not seem like much in the larger scheme of things, Jim Bob views it as the icing on the cake. Life devoted to building a family that has affected millions of people. Tense.